Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Zoom question and answer session given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on November 28th, 2020 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Mangalang Ayatagaram Yativataman Vande Sigaram Dinatatinam Paramanandamadaram Sri Chaitanya Isham Harihi Om Tat Sat.
The first question is from Sharanya Srinivas Das. Prabhuji's question is, did you ever felt any mental crisis being in ISKCON movement? If yes, how did we overcome such unendurable situation in our movement?
When Prabhupada left,
when Prabhupada left,
I was feeling great separation.
I was feeling great separation.
I was crying a lot.
I was crying a lot.
And I just thought that I had to somehow, my responsibility was to serve him even in his absence.
So I thought that it is my responsibility to serve him even in his absence. Physical absence, sorry. Okay, next.
Next question is from Ritesh Prajapati. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful humble obeisances. My question is that how to avoid seeing fault in devotees and to offend devotees?
Prabhupada advised us like there's bees and flies.
So Prabhupada advised us,
the bees and the flies.
There are bees and flies.
Bees look for the honey.
Bees look for the honey.
Flies look for some scar tissue or something.
So flies look for some scar tissues or stool or something like that. Something which is dirty.
So we should be like the bees.
So we should be like the bees.
We should look at the good qualities of others.
We should look at the good qualities of others.
Be fault-finding with ourselves.
And we should fault-find with ourselves.
See what are the areas that we can improve.
See what are the areas that we can improve.
What if we see something, some other person that we don't think is something we should emulate. So
if we see some of the person and we feel that there is something that we should emulate.
Should not emulate.
Well,
now we take that as a negative consideration.
Then we take it as a negative consideration.
And we decide, I won't do that.
And we should decide that I won't do that.
Or otherwise, if we are confused.
Otherwise, if we are confused,
we can humbly ask a question. And I see you as a good example.
See, I see you as a good example.
As a senior devotee. I see that sometimes you go into the bathroom and smoke a cigarette.
I see sometimes you go into the bathroom and smoke a cigarette.
I do that.
Can I do that?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that you can confront the senior devotees.
That's something we should follow. Yes. Still an example.
So, is that something we should follow? Anyway, Guru Maharaj just gave a stupid example.
Rather, there was one time we had a seminar given by Anuttama Das.
One time we had a seminar given by Anuttama Das.
It's our communication minister.
He is our communication minister.
So he told us,
So he told us,
pick out any person next to you.
see,
Pick out any person next to you.
pick up any persons next to you
And say something that praising them.
say something that is praising them,
And say something that's critical.
and say something that's critical,
And then say something praising.
and then say something praising.
I thought I had a person next to me. I said, well, you're very good example, right? You attend the Mangalarti every day. Or,
So maybe when we confront someone, we should say, oh, you are a good example, you are attending Mangalarati every day.
but sometimes I see you lose your temper,
But sometimes I see you losing your temper,
and I wonder, is that something we should do?
and I wonder, is that something we should do?
But I always see how you're very dedicated to Srila Prabhupada.
But I always see you as very dedicated to Srila Prabhupada.
So when I present that way,
So when we present in that way,
sandwich a critical thing with two praises,
so sandwich a critical thing with two praises. Wow.
then so how did he feel? He has this, and all of us felt much better that
So how would you feel? You always will feel much better.
because this is not that person just criticizing, said something nice.
It's not that person is just criticizing, he's saying something nice.
He said then he did give some constructive criticism,
And then he gives some constructive criticism.
and he said something nice.
Then you may say something nice.
Oh, this is a good lesson.
So this is a good lesson.
Thank you for your very nice question.
So thank you for your very nice question.
Why you ask?
Why did you ask? That's Guru Maharaj just joking.
But you're a very nice person.
But you are a very nice person. Hare Krishna.
I
Next, Hare Krishna.
We're meant to have a good time here.
What's that?
We're meant to have a good time.
We are meant to have a good time.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Next question is from Brian Tosh. Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. All glories to your divine lotus feet. I have a question, Gurudev. I heard that Bhishma Panchaka must be broken after Mangalarati. But also I heard that it must be broken after the full moon. Can you kindly help me, Gurudev?
I saw in the Shastra that the second thing was given.
So I saw in the Shastra that the second thing was given. That means breaking after the moonrise.
And after the sunset or the moonrise,
So at the sunset or at the moonrise,
we take our breakfast of Bhishma Panchak.
we do our breakfast of the Bhishma Panchak.
I never heard after Mangalarti.
I never heard after Mangalarati. Okay, next.
So, Guru Maharaj, next question from Shyam. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances to your lotus feet. Thanks for the inspiring words. Question: if senior devotees not offering corrections or improvements in devotional services and sadhanas to junior devotees, how junior devotees can improve in devotional service?
Well, in the sky, you see the birds flying
So, well, in the sky we see the birds flying
in a formation.
for
In a formation.
in a formation,
Like a V.
like a bee,
Uh,
like a V.
yeah, so that one bird leads the other birds.
So, like one bird leads the other birds.
So he's kind of teaching by example.
So he's kind of teaching by example.
He doesn't carry the other birds
So
on
we
the back of it.
So they don't carry the other birds on the back of others.
They have to fly their own flight.
They have to fly their own flights.
In Bhakti Yoga, you have to fly yourself.
So in Bhakti Yoga, you have to fly by yourself.
If you're guided by a senior devotee,
If you are guided by a senior devotee,
that's advantageous.
that is advantageous.
Maybe a senior devotee is shy. You may think whether you'll take it or not.
Maybe the senior devotee might feel shy, or he might think whether you'll take it or not.
So he may be quiet.
So he may remain quiet.
So you can always ask him,
If you go and always ask him,
Prabhu, in what areas should I improve myself?
in what area should I improve myself?
And maybe he's surprised he has many suggestions.
Maybe you'll be surprised. He might have many suggestions.
Or you can try yourself,
Or you can try yourself,
seeing good examples,
seeing the good examples,
try to improve yourself.
and try to improve yourself.
Either way,
Either way,
self-improvement, like I know our Prime Minister is saying, self-reliance.
like so like how our Prime Minister is saying, self-reliance, Atmanirbhar, like that self-improvement.
Or you can ask for help.
So you can ask for help.
How can I improve?
How can I improve?
Or you may get the help
Or you may get the help
without asking.
without asking.
But maybe some senior leader
Maybe some senior leader,
a bit apprehensive.
they are a bit apprehensive.
If I give some advice,
If I give some advice,
whether the devotee will take it or not.
whether the devotee will take it or not.
Sometimes people are very self-conscious,
Sometimes people are very self-conscious,
and if they criticize them, they feel very depressed.
if they criticize, then that person might feel very depressed.
If you want some constructive advice,
If you want some constructive advice,
nothing like asking for it. Nothing like asking for it.
nothing like asking for.
That would be very rare. You ask Jagat Shakshi how many times he gets asked, please tell me how I can improve.
You have Jagat Sakshi, how many times you can ask, please tell how can I improve?
Very rare.
It's very rare.
So, but you're thinking like this,
But if you are thinking like this,
very good.
it's very good.
A rare soul.
You are a rare soul. Wow. Very good.
So we move to the next question, Guruma.
Alright.
Why Krishna, from Abhishek Kumar, the question is from Abhishek Kumar, why Krishna sent us to this world?
He wants to take us back.
Because he wants to take us back.
He wants to take us back.
He wants to take us back.
We're here because somehow we chose to be here.
We are here because somehow we chose to be here.
And therefore his energy automatically sends us here.
Therefore, his energy automatically sent us here.
But he wants us to go back.
But he wants us to come back.
That's why he comes as an avatar.
That's why he comes as an avatar.
He repeatedly advises people.
He repeatedly advises the people.
Even by observing this 5-day vrata of the Bhishma Panchak,
Even by observing these 5 days vratas of the Bhishma Panchak,
one goes back to Godhead.
one can go back to Godhead.
So the Lord is very eager to take us back.
So the Lord is very eager to take us back.
And we're attached to stay here.
But we are attached to stay here.
So we're sent here because we wanted to come here.
We were sent here because we wanted to come here.
We have minute independence.
We have minute independence.
We can misuse it.
We can misuse it.
So that's what happened.
So that's what happened.
And now he wants us to come back.
And now he wants us to come back.
Why don't we want to go?
Why don't we go?
Why don't we want to go?
Why don't we want to go?
Yeah, next question from Ramananda Premadas. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet, Guru Maharaj. In classes on Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation, young Brahmana had faith that Gopalji will come and give witness when there was something wrong. In our life, how should we face such situations when we are troubled by others at work? How we pray to Krishna to come and protect us from those situations, thoughts and people. What faith we must have to continue going forward in Krishna consciousness. Thanking you, Guru Maharaj, your useless servant, Ramananda Premadas.
And somehow the elder Brahman and the younger Brahman in their pilgrimages,
So somehow the elder Brahman and the younger Brahman in their pilgrimage,
they ended up in Vrindavan.
they ended up in Vrindavan.
And there the elder Brahman told the younger Brahman
And there the elder Brahman told the younger Brahman
that he would give his daughter to the younger Brahman in marriage.
so he would give his daughter to the younger Brahman in marriage.
The younger Brahman said, "You're rich, you're educated, you're aristocrat family.
So the younger Brahman told, you are rich, you are educated, you are from an aristocratic family.
I'm not so rich, I'm not very well educated, I'm not any kind of aristocracy.
I'm not so rich, I'm not so educated, I'm not from any kind of aristocratic family.
So your family members will not accept me."
Your family member does not accept me.
And he said, "No, I want to give you my daughter."
And he said, no, I want to give you my daughter.
Let me make a long story short, he promised in front of the deity.
Anyway, to make the long story short, he promised in front of the deity.
And the deity later on, he served as witness.
So the deity later on he served as the witness.
That's a very unique situation.
This is a very unique situation.
And the Lord said that actually the two devotees are his eternal servitors.
The Lord actually said that these two devotees are actually his eternal servitors.
I'm trying to think, you may not have the exact same situation,
I'm trying to think, you may not have the exact situation,
but we always depend on Krishna
but we always depend on Krishna
in every circumstance.
in every circumstances.
And in the material world, there's always some kind of complication.
In this material world, there is always some kind of complication.
So, by that we should also learn that we don't want to stay here.
So by that, we should learn that we don't want to stay here.
While we're here, we try to make the best use of that bargain.
While we are here, we should try to make the best use of the bad bargain.
So we try to engage ourselves in Krishna's service.
So we should try to engage ourselves always in Krishna's service.
Just like if someone gets married, they should try to marry a devotee.
Just like if somebody gets married, they should try to get married to a devotee.
If someone was brahmachari, then they should always stay busy in service.
If someone is a brahmachari, then they should stay always in service, busy in service.
So that there's no chance for Maya to enter.
So then there is no chance for Maya to enter.
Like that we make certain conscious decisions based on our nature.
So like that we make certain conscious decisions based on our nature.
To see that we always keep Krishna in the center.
To see that we always keep Krishna in the center.
And you have the most suitable situations for serving Krishna.
And that we have the most suitable situation for serving Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Please accept my obeisances. When Krishna reciprocates to our prayers, we feel wonderful. On the other hand, we could feel pride that, oh, Krishna has reciprocated to me and I am a great devotee. How can we overcome this pride?
That was also in the Andhra Pradesh, that the leper Vasudeva, he was cured by Lord Chaitanya.
That also was there. In Andhra Pradesh, the leopard Vasudev was cured by Lord Chaitanya.
He was afraid that now I become proud.
So he was afraid that now I will become proud.
He raised me, he cured my leprosy, I may become proud.
You have blessed me, you have cured my leprosy. I will become proud. Now I will become proud.
Lord Chaitanya said, don't worry, always chant Hare Krishna,
Lord Chaitanya said, don't worry, always chant Hare Krishna,
and thus you'll be protected by me.
and thus you will be protected by me.
So we should, if we get the blessing of Krishna,
So if we get the blessings of Krishna,
we shouldn't be proud.
we shouldn't be proud.
That's His causeless mercy.
That is His causeless mercy.
We don't deserve it,
We don't deserve it,
but somehow He gave us mercy.
but somehow He gave us His mercy.
So we should be always humble and thankful for the Lord's mercy.
So we should be always humble and thankful for the Lord's mercy.
So we move to the next question from Divini Prasad. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Sometimes we will be steady in our devotion, but sometimes unsteady. How can we always be steady? Please suggest some practical tips, Guru Maharaj, your sheltered disciple.
You see, this is one of the anarthas.
You see, this is one of the anarthas.
How we take a initiation, that's on the stage of bhajan kriya. The next stage is anartha nivritti.
After we have taken initiation, that is on the state of bhajan kriya, after that is anartha nivritti.
We get rid of all of our unwanted characteristics.
We get rid of all the unwanted characteristics.
Then we become nishta, fixed.
Then will become nishta, will become fixed.
So if you're experiencing some particular unsteadiness,
If you are experiencing some particular unsteadiness,
then you can ask me or some senior devotee
you can ask me or some senior devotees
how to overcome that.
how to overcome that.
But naturally, by advancing in your Krishna consciousness,
Naturally, by advancing in your Krishna consciousness,
you'll be able to transcend these anarthas
you will be able to transcend these anarthas
and become very steady.
and become very steady. Wow, Guru Maharaj. Hari Bol. Steady as Guru Maharaj. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
So Guru Maharaj, last question from Venkata Aditya Pureti. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. How can we start Nagar Sankirtan in terms of Harinam buses across India and please Lord Chaitanya?
Oh, well, Lokanath Maharaj has the Padayatra.
Oh well, Lokanath Maharaj has the Padayatra.
Now he's recently become the minister of Harinam.
Now recently he had become the minister of Harinam.
So I could consult with him about this idea to have Harinam buses.
So you can consult with him about this idea to have Harinam buses.
Maybe each of our temples, they could have at least once a week Harinam Yagya.
So maybe our temples, they could have once in a week Harinam Yagya.
And thus be able to spread the Harinam around the cities.
Thus we can spread the Harinam around the city.
I heard in India we have our presence in about 400 places.
I heard in India we have our presence in about 400 places.
We have temples, preaching centers, extension centers,
We have temples, preaching centers, extension centers,
outposts.
outposts.
And we have also Namhats,
We have also Namhatas,
Bhakti Diksha groups.
Bhakti Vriksha groups.
Everybody did a little Harinam.
If every devotee does the Harinam,
That would be very bases. Some of his bases also,
there are also so many bases also.
they could do Harinam.
They can do Harinam.
Having a bus, you have to pay for diesel,
Having a bus, we have to spend for diesel.
and there's the overhead of the bus.
There will be a overhead of the bus.
So, without buses, we could have the Harinam.
So even Even without the buses, we can have the Harinam.
In East India, sometimes the beggars chant Harinam, beg for money.
In East India, sometimes the beggars chant Harinam to make some money.
Prabhupada didn't want us to be considered as beggars.
Prabhupada didn't want us to be considered as beggars.
When we go on Harinam, we should give out prasadam or sell books.
So when we go out on Harinam, we should give out prasadam or sell some books.
We don't want to appear like beggars.
We don't want to appear like beggars.
We are there giving out the most sacred holy name.
We are there in giving out the most sacred holy name.
A very nice idea that you have.
It's a very nice idea that you have.
Maybe you have buses,
Maybe you can have buses,
but we should have all our temples, preaching centers, extension centers, outposts, town halls, party rituals, raises, voices, everybody.
we should have our centers, temples, preaching centers, extension centers, outposts, Namhata, Bhakti Riksha,
Raise, voice.
bass, voice.
Very nice idea.
Very nice idea.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.